to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. Help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It is Brad.
And I'm Christa.
The absent folk. We are the missing, the departed. We are like apparitions. No, things have been crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an understatement, to be honest.
Yeah, we're basically living a new life. We still do the homesteading stuff, and we still are as self-sufficient as we can be, but now I'm a full-time pastor, and Mom's been doing a lot of school, and life has been different.
Yeah. More for you than me.
Yeah.
But
well, that's actually one of the reasons why we want to come on and talk today. So yes, the Army thing, that's real. It is not clickbait.
Not clickbait.
It is true. You guys, a lot of you who have been here with us any degree of time, you know our son, our second eldest, Jonathan. Mm-hmm. Describe Jonathan, who's now, when you started watching, how many of you guys have been watching for a while? Because we've been doing this channel for how long now? A decade.
10 years. And when we started this channel, Jonathan was a wee lad.
A wee little lad.
He will be 25 here next month. Well, in a month and a half. So he was 9 years old when we started. No, wait, that's not right. I can do math.
You math. I'm just glad that you're the homeschool queen, because otherwise we'd be really in trouble and the kids would never be able to balance their checkbook.
Oh,
Tell them again, Mom. Go ahead.
He was 14.
That's that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate math. And I'm like,
I was thinking of Hope's age, honestly, because she is 19 and was 9 when we started. And her and I were just talking about that the other day.
well, yeah, Rick and
Alicia, you guys
Selling.
have been around for a long time.
I remember you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Wendy and I remember Jen. How long have you guys? How many of you guys have been around more than a couple years? Because then that's when he would have left.
Well, he left to go into the Army in 2019.
Yeah, 2319.
No, we don't have a 2319.
No, we do not. 2319. 20. It's from a movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, name that movie. 2319. We got a 2319.
Yeah.
And if you have kids, you'll know what it is.
Yep, you'll know it exactly. You know, and the funny part is when I go to the store and the total on the receipt is, or the total for the is 2319, and there's a young kid.
They won't.
They
like,
have no idea what I'm talking about. It's really sad, actually.
Yeah. So Jonathan has been actually. I'm kind of envious of the places he got to go.
Yes.
Because he fixes Chinook helicopter engines
and Blackhawks.
That's what he does. That's his job. Mm-hmm. He's a mechanic and makes those things reliable. So praise God for that. I'm glad that he's helping, and that's a noble, honorable, good thing in my mind.
Yep.
But he has been in Germany, but that stunk because it was during COVID.
It was. They were not allowed to go anywhere.
He went off the base one time for like a day or two.
He had to go to the hospital because he had a hernia.
That was it.
That was it. It was ridiculous. They wouldn't let him do anything else.
Yeah. And then now he has been stationed it's near Pyongyang. What's the name of the base? In South Korea.
Camp Humphreys?
Yes. It's one of the biggest camps in the world.
Yeah.
Camp Humphreys.
Yeah.
This place is crazy. They have bowling alleys and movie theaters and a mall.
They have all the stuff
on the base.
Yeah.
How many of you guys have ever been overseas and seen some of that crazy stuff? And he's actually gotten to go. He did not do as much as I had hoped he would in terms of learning about South Korea and the culture there. Because if you guys know Jonathan, then you'll know why he didn't do that, because he's Jonathan.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Describe that boy. Give him a description of the young man who fixes Chinook helicopters.
He's probably going to watch this.
Nah,
or if not, let's see, what time is it there? Right now, it's 2:37 in the morning there.
Let's get him on the phone.
Hopefully, no. Hopefully he's not watching. It's 2:30 in the morning. He might be up. That kid, my goodness. He is such a funny kid. He's an adult. He's a dad.
He's got 2 babies.
He's got 2 boys.
Yeah. Actually, when these people started watching, he had none.
Right. He had none. He wasn't married. He's married.
He's got a dog and 2 kids.
He's technically 3 dogs. But 2 of those dogs are stateside.
Mm-hmm. One of them is going back to him.
Yeah, no, she's not.
Daisy is leaving this house.
She's staying here. She's not going back.
So you're saying Daisy's not going back?
Brutus will go into full-on depression mode if Daisy leaves. Because that happened last time.
Hey, you guys, here, come here close. I'm going to tell you something. This has nothing to do with Brutus. It has everything to do with Christa saying Brutus will be all kind of depressed if Daisy doesn't stay here. Nothing to do with Brutus. Go ahead, tell me more.
He is watching, by the way. He just sent a message.
I'll get him on the phone. Tell them about Jonathan.
I can't at the moment.
Go ahead.
He's probably saying he's calling you a punk.
Let's see if it'll work. I'll have to. Will that name go away?
Probably. I don't know.
So tell them about Jonathan.
Jonathan never used to put tools away.
Let's see.
It doesn't go away.
Oh, there he is. There he is. I can hold it like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Say hello from South Korea, boy. He's sleeping.
Hello.
He's in bed. Turn the phone around.
You're not gonna. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello. I am watching.
I know you're watching.
All right, so that we can get away with whatever we want to say.
Yeah, goodbye.
Sure. Love you. Bye.
Actually,
Love
no,
you.
wait. What do you think
Yeah.
what do you think the biggest challenge is going to be adjusting to civilian life or readjusting? Really working. Go ahead.
Maybe.
Because he doesn't.
I don't know.
He doesn't have to do much now. Go ahead, tell them. Bye.
Bye, honey. Oh my gosh.
I gotta love. You gotta love technology.
Yeah, that stuff wasn't around. 20 years ago?
Oh my gosh.
To be able to call your mom and dad in Florida.
Oh.
It was on the phone. You could call on the phone, long distance, but to do video call.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't a thing. I mean,
No.
Skype started shortly after that, so we could do Skype, but that was pretty much it.
Hey, in the chat, by the way, say hello in the chat because there's somebody that's been around for a long time. Jesus is Lord in the chat.
Yep.
Cletus.
Calls him Cletus.
Called him Cletus for 8 years at least.
Longest time, yeah.
8 years.
Gosh.
Cletus. That's his nickname.
Funny.
So he's coming back.
Yeah.
He's bringing a family. And one of the things that's absolutely just crazy and amazing to me is how they get their stuff out of the high-rise buildings that they live in.
Yeah.
Because they're very industrial-looking buildings that are kind of, they look government-y because the government built them. But he's on the 8th floor, and they have such an efficient way of moving the stuff. Think of it like a gigantic window washer rig that goes up the outside of the building.
Yeah.
And then they've got a system where they load their stuff onto these gigantic containers that go down outside the building.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They have such a... Jonathan, you have it so easy.
Oh, my goodness.
When they move, they don't touch anything. The movers show up, they take apart beds, they put it in little containers, all the screws and stuff. Yeah. And let me tell you what. It's so crazy that they just don't do anything. So, I don't know. I'm just going to do like this. Go ahead. Goodbye. Bye-bye then. Somebody's being silly. We're just going to be done with that.
Yeah.
Somebody's being a punk.
Yeah.
So, goodbye, punk. Bye-bye, punk.
Bye there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye
You have
now.
a nice day with yourself.
Sure.
Okay. So, that's amazing to me how they do that. Right?
Yeah.
And then they load it onto a ship. It's shipped over all of these different containers, okay? Even a car.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the cars are sent via boat. But everything else, I think everything else is sent by boat, isn't it? It takes, I think so. But they go to different places.
Yeah.
Which is weird. So, who knows?
Yeah. So, coming back though, we're thinking, here it is, lean in close. We're thinking that he might end up back in central Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. That's the plan right now.
Yep.
And he's in South Korea, Esther.
Yep.
By the way, you can ask questions, but if you're like that person there, just be nice. Don't be like that person. That person, naughty.
Mm-hmm. Not
just
very
being
kind.
a punk.
Just not kind.
So I'm glad we have the delete button.
I know. It's such a
So
fantastic.
awesome.
And you know what it does to us? Mentally, absolutely nothing.
Flushed.
Right.
Okay, so
Bye, Felicia.
So he's in South Korea. They're coming home. That's going to be in a couple months.
Yes. Yep. He will be home around April, beginning of April.
Let's just say that for those of you guys who've been around a while, I'm guessing that they're going to probably be in some future videos.
Yes.
And I might even say that right now, fingers crossed, eyes crossed, knees crossed, and crisscross will make you jump. we've got plans to maybe start raising some beef,
Yep.
cows
Together. Yeah.
to sell, to go into business.
Yep. Yep. Because they're looking at getting a piece of property that has a house on it. And so it'll have some land. And so we'll be able to help them get started in raising beefs.
That's what people call it around here.
The beefs. Yeah.
Infinitely blessed.
Awesome. Yeah. Getting them helped to get.
Helping them. You got this.
Helping them.
Getting them helped.
Yes. It's been a while.
Helping got good grammar.
Got the goodest grammar on the whole planet.
Your grammar goodest.
No, terrible. Anyway, we're going to help them get started raising beef. And that way they have a way to, feed their family and stuff like that.
And depending on their level of, I don't know, how their level of, they may or may not let the kids be on TV, on video.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
Probably not. I wouldn't. But that's just me.
Yeah, maybe not. But Jonathan's been on. I don't think he cares, but we'll see.
No, we don't. So, no biggie.
Yeah, let's see what else.
So the things that they're going to have to...
Challenges.
The challenges is they still own a home in Tennessee where he was stationed in Tennessee. So they need to go there, get all of that adjusted and get that cleaned up and sell that place. But currently they're renting it and then move up here. So that's, yeah.
Hey, Face the Sky, I think spell checked you funny in the chat. What exactly are you meaning by when you say, I think it might have spelled get?
Yeah.
Oh, get while
the loan.
He has the loan. Yeah, it's going to be a different kind of situation because where we think they might end up, they've kind of got a deal worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've kind of got a deal worked out. But Anne Marie, I don't think it's allowed anymore.
What's allowed? Oh, to get a loan?
I don't know. Oh, you must be talking military stuff. So here's another thing. When he gets back, he's only going to have a very short amount of time while he's still getting pay till he has to switch over.
Yeah.
And oddly, there's not in central Wisconsin, there's not a really huge demand for Chinook aircraft engine repairmen.
No. So he's got to do some training to get a new position someplace else.
Yeah. I've been told that you can switch over easily to fixing engines on trains, like locomotives.
Yeah.
Because they're very similar.
Because they're diesel power plants, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be okay. I see what Anne's saying is kids on YouTube. I don't think that's allowed anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do. You got to sign when. Okay, kids on YouTube, you can, but you have to have when you upload a video, there's a whole extra screen that the content creator has to fill out, basically saying, "Hey, this is not weirdo, pedolific, crazy, nonsensical, boo, gross." And you got to make sure that you do that because then your channel's on the hook.
Okay.
But
check that out.
For most people, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And we have not really done the risk for 8 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. Ruth is...
When they switched everything over. Yeah. John Zeckerly says, FAA certified mechanic, and he's set for life.
True.
That
is true.
So do you guys have any questions? Because what we're doing is our best bet. The trouble we think is going to be the job. Yeah. We do think trouble is the job.
Yeah.
But he's actually thinking electrician.
Yeah. He's thinking about going to trade school and doing electrician, which there's a trade school up here. So.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
I don't know how long that course is.
I don't know.
I'd have to look into it.
I don't know. He might stay in the reserves. I think he hasn't decided fully yet.
Right. Yeah, but he's done with active service, that's for sure. So
I got to tell you, though, a lot of people dog on the military like as a job. I have no idea what you're saying. Zero. The benefits they get are incredible.
True. That is true.
It's incredible. The insurance and the way they ship your stuff around.
Yeah.
True that there's a hassle involved in getting some of them because it's a gigantic corporation. But when you think about the life insurance and, I mean, if you get the right job, okay, if you get the right job.
Right. If you get the right job. But it's, I mean, it's got it, you know, every place of employment has issues, right? You know, and Army's not any different, you know, but the perks are definitely beneficial. Like you said, the life insurance, the pay, I mean, depending on your job, depends on how much you work.
It's a little bit less than industry standard, but it's not bad.
Yeah. A lot of it is hurry up and wait. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and, you know, it's funny. I think it's just people that okay. I'm prepared now mentally for you guys to throw stuff at the TV or your computer or your phone for what I'm getting ready to say. But hear me out. I think a lot of it has to do with in society, there's this general vibe, not everybody, but there's a general vibe that we deserve more than we're actually doing. And I'm not throwing stones at anybody. I got no gripe with anybody.
Right.
I'm just saying that I think that there's an entitlement that is in the world, a general malaise of I deserve more than they're actually doing.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it because I grew up with my parents saying, if you want a thing, you go earn a thing.
Right.
You just get it. What are you waiting on? Just go get it. You know, I remember even, how many of you guys even, when I was probably 8 years old, me and my buddy would go every day to the like 7-Eleven Quickie Mart store. And we would find probably $1 worth of change in the parking lot every day.
Well, and don't forget to check the phone booth.
Phone booth, yeah. And bottles, people that threw away bottles, we'd find the bottles and we'd go and take the bottles and return them for the recycling money. And then we'd buy candy.
Yeah.
But if you wanted a thing, you just go get a thing. You don't wait around for somebody or gripe about how it's so bad that you can't do a thing. It's like, that puzzles me.
Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of kids, different generation. I can't pick out a specific age group because it's kind of widespread where it's, you know, they just kind of sit around.
All right, I got a question
waiting
for you.
for something to happen.
All right, Face the Sky, Lily Blade, John Zeckerly, Anne Marie, everybody that's watching this. When you were a kid, what was the craziest way that you made a buck that was legal? Legal. What was the craziest way that you made a buck? I mean, I used to cut grass. I would cut grass for people. I mean, it doesn't matter. Raking grass, raking leaves, dumpster diving. There you go, Anne Marie. What's the craziest thing you ever did when you were a kid to make some money?
Rake leaves. I think.
That's it?
Yeah. I didn't do anything crazy when I was a kid. Yeah, I was pretty boring as a kid.
This was before I was a Christian and before I decided, you know, I should probably do the God thing and be moral. And so in high school, we lived nearby a Hungry Howie's pizza place. And you were allowed to go where you wanted for lunch. Nobody really liked the school lunch except me, but I liked the school lunch. But when we wanted pizza, I didn't have a car at the time, so I couldn't go get the pizza. So I would wrangle together, who wants pizza? We're going to Hungry Howie's. And I would basically get like $1 a slice or $2 a slice or whatever. And then I would find somebody to go do the driving. They would get their slices for free. And then I always made $10 to get pizza for lunch for free. It just worked out where I just arranged everything.
Right.
And
that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, you got your fee for working it out and got your, getting
you
everything
got 2 pieces. Who's got 2 pieces? I need the money.
Should be an auctioneer. That's funny.
No. What was the craziest thing? I sold cut out paper frogs. Really?
Awesome.
Get some of those, Mom. Go ahead.
Yeah. Worked in a liquor store stocking shelves at 12 years old.
12 years old. Must be Wisconsin.
Yeah, right? I used to be a specialist tutor on infractions only. There you go.
Really?
That's awesome.
Super Dave. I know Super Dave. Good for you, man. I actually did teach English as a second language to a South Korean family.
You did. That's hysterical. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was fun, but I had no idea what I was doing.
You taught him how to talk like
conversational. It
was conversational, not proper grammar.
This little kid was the coolest thing ever. This little boy. Yeah. He was so smart, wicked smart. And he just would laugh his butt off when a word in English sounded like something immature in South Korean. He just wouldn't stop laughing. I'm like, no, that's not what it means.
That's great. That's really funny.
Yeah, what else we got there?
So, John, he also picked scrap metal from old dump sites. Faces skies, I cleaned windows, raked, mowed, and but painting is where I made a lot. I bet, because nobody likes to paint.
Painting was my go-to, says Face the Sky. Hustling snow, says Teresa.
Hustling snow.
Hustling snow.
Funny.
I actually sold cassette tapes of a band that I was in. We made up these crazy, stupid punk rock bands because they were easy to make a 4-track cassette recorder tape of. And we'd write these songs that were just, okay, what's the dumbest thing that we can think of? No lie. This is honestly.
I believe you. I believe you.
There was one called Satan's Deli.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was all about these horrible sandwiches that you would get at Satan's Deli. And it was stupid. But we figured out the dumber that it was, the more people would pay for them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was John. I like pet rocks.
I don't eat much, yeah. So Thomas says, I swept the local mom and pop store for candy and bread. That's awesome.
Yeah. As a teenager, I macrameed a pair of speaker hangers for a teacher's son, and she asked me to make for his first apartment. That was fun.
That's awesome.
You don't have anything crazier than that?
No, I didn't. Okay, my mom and dad wouldn't let me go out and work. They made me stay at home.
All right, well then let's change this over. Not as a kid, but what's the craziest job you've ever done? Like for work, for pay, legal, crazy job.
You know what jobs I've had? I worked at a Christian bookstore for, I don't know, 6-7 years.
That's crazy.
A few different ones. That's so crazy.
Crazy.
And then we had children. That's the craziest. That's for sure. And then I worked in a daycare. That was all. I've never had any other jobs other than YouTube.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
That's pretty crazy.
It is pretty weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think one of the weirdest ones was industrial septic tank removal.
That is very strange.
For me. Mm-hmm. In Florida, they had these gigantic concrete, think of them like a gigantic concrete, like rectangular container that were as big as a house. And they would use them to help purify water for like gigantic mobile home parks. And so, but they were so expensive that it would be more cost effective to pull old ones out of the ground, refurbish them, and resell them.
Yeah.
And so my job was to get in there, and the tar that glued the top halves together, after they've pumped out the sludge, my job was to scrape it all clean, burn it clean with fire. And let's just say that in there, the tomato plants would grow in those things 10 feet tall and have softball size tomatoes on every one. The most ripe tomatoes you've ever seen in your life.
With no sunlight, though.
Oh, no. The tops were open.
Oh, the
so
tops are
open.
open.
Field, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Faces Guy says you were a pooper scooper.
I was a pooper scooper.
You also worked at a mini golf place.
Yeah, selling food to alligators and people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There literally were alligators in a pond on the property.
And you would feed them with a little stick.
And they were put there on purpose.
That's funny. It is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I used to pick 40,000 eggs a day at an egg farm, 7 days a week.
That's a lot of eggs.
Man, I hope you don't have respiratory issues.
No kidding.
Whosoever track down folks for high school reunion contacts notices. Wow. So you're like a private detective.
Yeah.
CNA for an Alzheimer's unit. Oh, that had to be hard.
Yeah.
That had to be hard. I bet you there were some crazy stories, though.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Holy smokes.
Yeah. I made amplified speaker for the midwife business we were actively using. It allowed parents to hear their baby's heartbeat. Oh, cool. The medically certified option was over $1,000. Wow.
That was crazy. Crazy.
Wow. Anyway, we kind of got off target there. We were really just talking about Jonathan and him coming home soon. And so, Mom, you ready to be grandma and hold babies?
Bring it on. Bring it on. I want him here.
There's an older one that they know of because he used to live here.
Oh, yeah. They know about Elijah.
Elijah used to live here.
Yeah.
And then there's a younger one, which we won't name because we don't know if they want that or not.
Right. Not sure about that.
But he's a little squishy. I like him.
He's a squishy boy. I want this. We have not... We've talked to him on the phone.
Yeah.
He's over a year old now. So we've not actually gotten to hug him yet.
Not yet. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. You can say what you want, but since the election, my stress level has gone way down about them being there and coming back on time.
Yeah.
Say what you want, but I feel like the whole world just went, all right, let's dial this back.
Right. Exactly.
I could be wrong, but it just feels that way.
Yeah. They've already got their flight dates. Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, this far out, they've already got their flight dates. So
yeah.
I can't wait.
Anyway, we really, what?
I can't wait.
Simply
can't.
I just want you guys to know we're going to be trying to go back to more of the old school videos that we've been doing. Krista's actually going to be making some delicious blueberry cake today.
Yeah, blueberry coffee cake.
Filming it, and do tell us about this blueberry coffee cake.
Blueberry coffee cake,
so that everyone here can watch it tomorrow and thumbs up.
So delightful, delicious cake.
Using
using Thrive Life blueberries.
So freeze dried blueberries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but you can use whatever you want.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go make blueberry cake.
Yep. You guys have a blessed and amazing day.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, here's some praise music. Hope you like it. It's straight scripture, no filler. Have a blessed day.
Rescue me, oh my God, from the hand of the wicked, from the grasp of the unjust and cruel man. Upon you righteousness